Okay.
Yes, there you are.
Thank you. So we will share a slash shellboard about sorry. Okay. 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 So we okay. We will to talk about floppy battle.net. What is it? It's a future retro crossplay network. You can play with your old computer, and in the modern online experiences of famous games from childhood come true.
It was possible to show the keynote on the screen.
You can share your screen actually, but you're not sharing at the moment, but you can share if you.
Okay. So we will to try this in Zoom. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Now we can see your screen.
Nice. So we reloaded this now. So what is this though? So it's a future retro crossplay network. You can play online with in null modem games. It's new experiences to play your famous game. So the concept
just to make a new gaming experience.
Yes.
Playing our childhood games again. And our project is for create a community about these new modern games.
So how it works? This device substitutes a new modem cable, and it's linking a real machine, and you can play everywhere but the web. After we had a new modem cable, so we made a new device called Floppy Battle.
It was a Wi-Fi device, but it was possible to use Ethernet device to reduce the latency, by example.
And this device make retro engineering for understanding protocol exchange. This required genius synchro.
It was very difficult to recreate synchro because the web technology is very dependent of latencies. The old technology, the new modem technology, have a very less latencies, and but it was very slow. But
with time, we up to testing many games, null modem games. And we need to time many times for make this. How to play? It's really simple. It's easier in 4 steps. We need to connect in a floppybattle.net. It's a device able to cross-platform. For example, we can bring Atari and Amiga on Lotus Turbo Challenge.
Or Battle Chess, or Populous, or Skate Marks, or lot of new modern games.
So what is the steps? Step 1, we need to make a hardware installation. You need to plug the dongle back on your old computer. Step 2, you need to insert the install disk and enter your Wi-Fi setup.
You can install the software on your hard drive, but if you not have a hard drive with floppy drive, the hardware is capable to configuring the dongle also.
And next step, you need to register on your web account.
You go to floppybattle.net website.
Yes, for registering your dongle. And next, you will to bring a battle. For example, to launch a battle with another player, online player.
You select a game and you wait your opponent. Or if you have on a screen menu opponent, you can click to join the party, the battle, for play with this player.
And next, let's play online.
And we propose to show you in live a demonstration of floppybattle.net.
So we have 2 Amigas. Can
you
see
show
the
webcam, please?
Sebastian, can I
think if you stop sharing and then I don't know, can you select a camera or you zoom in or?
Alors, arrêtez le partage. Hop.
Yeah.
Like this?
Okay. Just we launch on the 2 computer, two Amiga, the same game, Lotus Turbo Challenge 2. You can go to the menu, and Cicile.
I will to link with this mode.
And you start the game.
Yes, I will start the game now.
And in my Amiga, I run the game again. And the Amiga was linked to the dongle, but not linked to the net, because for that
the server,
the server link is needed. And if you click on the website on your account, for example, I'm the first line. I click join, and
next,
and we go. Ah. On a.
C'est bon?
Non.
Ah oui, il est
dans le. Voilà.
So we can make a little demo. I am the first.
And just for no playing, just
I'm
for
if you can see the screen, we can see that I am near of Goodchip, and he is here.
Okay, and now
we can play online. So we have another gamer called One Vision. It's a in Amiga communities is a writer of Amiga News before. And he is here with him. So we will to go, we playing with tu peux te reconnecter, Ben?
Yes. C'est plus affiché. Ah, ça y est. OK. Up. And on this screen, I waiting to play with OneVision. I run the game again, and tu ne touches plus à rien, hein, OneVision. And OneVision show your
dashboard.
Show in your dashboard, and I click to join on his party.
And we will to go on playing with OneVision.
It was this.
Okay, bah, tu peux faire échapper.
Oui, c'est ça.
So now, Cicile and OneVision will playing this game.
C'est plus long parce qu'il a un disquette.
Oui, c'est ça.
OneVision have a real Amiga with a floppy disk, but it was very more waiting for loading.
Ah, il est devant moi. So we will make, we can playing for the moment with floppy battle on Lotus, but you can playing on Battle Chess. You can make some party on Populous or Skinmark.
Skinmark, it was in a beta test, and many other game than.
Bah, comment ça s'appelle déjà
Mm-hmm.
le truc pour se battre avec les mines.
Blitz Bombers, a famous DP game again, and all new modern games is potentially
able to run with floppy battle. And this project is up. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, OneVision.
Thanks. So it's for the moment it's a personal project. We have to this project will be able to up in commercial project in the future.
In an associative project,
yes,
more than a commercial project.
Yes,
but
hardware
is for sale or build up yourself your hardware. It was an option.
Yes, we have to make big communities around this project. So thank you for this meeting.
Thank you for watching, and coming soon.
The next step.
The next step.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Goodchip and Cicile. I have questions, but I see that there are questions here as well from Torbjörn. Where would the hardware be available? Yes, that's also a question for me, of course. So I think you just answered this question. You said that about this commercial availability, but you say as well that we can build it ourselves. Is it like open source? Can I find somewhere how to build it, or can I just is it already? Can we buy it from somewhere as well? Can we buy it from you? Tell us.
It was a very difficult question to answer. Because the model is not fully defined. but in the future, I think that the dongle, the hardware, it was a good idea from me to build up your hardware yourself, or share the plant to build up for many shops, because
Certification.
The certification it was a very
Expensive.
Because Wi-Fi frequency is in a project. But for the sources, for the first step, the sources it was closed because we want then make one big community and not many community for then that all player play ensemble together. And if the community is big,
we make the crowdfunding.
The plan it was to open the source in the future. For that, it was possible to go in the crowdfunding solution. It was in thinking for me.
Okay, but the platform is already available. What you are showing there, it's a kind of platform where you connect to. So that's a website you connect, and then you see, for example, your friend was waiting for you on that platform. That is something that you built yourself, right?
Yes, the hardware is built himself. But for diffusing, it was for share. It was more complicated to build commercially many dongles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are the next steps then?
The next step is make compatible many games to the solution. It was a big step because the timing and latency problem is very complicated task. But it was not an impossible task. The proof.
Okay, but I will definitely follow up and try to see what are when it becomes more available, etc.
We have a Facebook page on the Discord channel for followers.
And the website.
On the website.
Yeah, the website I know, and the web page I'm following already. Yeah, so it's floppybattle.net, and then the web page is the Facebook page is also called floppybattle.net, right? So that's easy to find for the people who are watching now. I think Dimitris, you have a question.
Yeah.
I have a few questions. I don't know how much time we have, but this was very inspirational. First of all, thank you very much for showing us this. This was really cool idea, I think.
Thanks.
My first questions were regarding the server part, I guess. Because from what I understood, you have, of course, the two machines themselves that have the hardware connected, and they all communicate with a server where you have to log in, create an account, and then choose the game. So my first question was, does all the traffic go through the same server, or is that only needed to establish the connection? Because in other words, if I have two machines in the same house, in the same LAN, do they still need a connection to the server?
Okay, the topology of the network of a floppy battle is many interfaces, dongle, connected to one game server, but this game server is capable to redirect a battle on other game server for reparting the charges on many game server.
Okay, so then you have regional servers, or the plan is to have at least regional servers? Because that was another question. You said you want to build one community around this, which is great. But what about different regions in the world then? Some people might be in the US, some people might be in Europe. The latency might be a problem in that case. Will you have regional servers?
It was easy to create many servers communicating himself in Europe, by example. It was possible to make many servers in America, but for latency reason, communicating into Europe and America, it was a question. Because we have not the response now, because we have not tried this possibility. But with Switzerland and France, it was possible because a friend, Guy Bosch, he is a beta tester of floppy battle solution, and he works very nice into two countries, but in the same continent, of course.
Will it be possible for people to host their own instances of this, similar to something like, let's say, Amiga Live? I don't know if you have seen that solution.
Alors, we know Amiga Live, but it's really different because we are on the old computer. Amiga Live.
It's the same but different.
Yes, it's the same on different.
Of course, my question is regarding the server instances, not what it does. They are different things, of course. But I mean, in Amiga Live, for example, I can volunteer and set up a server here in Sweden. So the people in Sweden have really low latency when connecting to this instance. Is that going to be possible as well with your project? Server instances yourself. That's what I mean.
It was depending of game. For example, turn-to-turn game than Battle Chess or Populous. It was very easy to link up because the latency is not a problem.
The question, sorry, maybe I will interrupt. I will just translate it easily. La question de Dimitris, en fait, c'est de savoir si on peut soi-même être volontaire et monter soi-même son propre serveur. Par exemple, moi, je pourrais faire un serveur en Belgique, il pourrait faire un serveur en Suède.
Oui, ça serait possible plus tard si on ouvre la source. C'est même voulu, mais effectivement, il faut d'abord qu'on crée un minimum de communauté. Il faut que, voilà, il faut que le projet prenne une certaine ampleur pour pouvoir se permettre d'ouvrir, pour pas qu'il y ait plein de serveurs privés entre eux et que chacun fasse sa sauce et que,
Oui.
que ça
So, wait, let me translate because otherwise there is too much information. So the idea is yes, possibly in the future, not currently, because they don't want to have like a differentiation into and not being spread between different servers, and that people start to do their own things in parallel.
Okay.
But
Yep.
the idea is yes, in the future.
And then, if I understood correctly, it's a fixed list of games that you maintain, essentially, right? That you can play through the system. So you have to beta test a game and add it in the list before somebody can play that game. For instance, if it's a game that supports no modem cable, it still needs to be added in the list in the server before I can play it, correct?
Yes.
I can't play any game I want.
Understand all.
Fine.
Let
Okay.
me make it more specific, an example.
Maybe I will translate again if you
Okay.
allow. So
Apologize.
no, that's fine, that's fine. Donc la question, c'est de savoir si la liste de jeux est définie et en fait chaque fois vous devez retravailler un jeu ou bien le configurer, le serveur, pour pouvoir avoir un jeu.
Alors,
c'est pas comme si aujourd'hui je pouvais prendre n'importe quel jeu et jouer.
c'est presque le cas. Il faut qu'on développe pour chaque jeu. Mais l'algorithme que je développe est suffisamment généraliste pour que plus ça va dans le temps et plus on a de jeux et plus il est facile d'en rajouter d'autres.
Okay. So indeed, for the moment, adjustment is needed to be done for each game to be added, but the software they wrote is quite generic enough, and so they can easily add other games to the list.
Cool. One final question, if I have the time.
Yeah, go for it.
And since I am personally also interested in this, have you considered or have you tested it with any emulators as well? Meaning this could be integrated, since the emulators run on modern hardware, let's say a Raspberry Pi. It could use the Wi-Fi from the Raspberry Pi directly if it was built in the emulator as a functionality. So is that an idea that you want to explore in the future, perhaps?
The emulator or other solution is not in your plan actually, because Amiga Live running very well.
It's another philosophy.
It's a philosophy to connect a real old machine, a machine without hard drive, without network card or other recent hardware, is capable to run floppy battle. It was the motivation for use
Our computer with the new experiences of game.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. I think it would be an interesting idea in scenarios where you might want to connect, for example, an emulator with a real Amiga easily, and even if they are not in the same room. But sure, yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Maybe you need to get in touch, Dimitri, since
I think we need to talk later. Yes.
Try some feasibility. Yes, good. I don't see more questions on Facebook. I think we have already quite.
Many thanks.
Yeah, many thanks to you. Actually, I will stop the recording now.